This is my Tekken 7 review, and let's talk about the game itself, the story and everything. When I got this game, I got this for my birthday, the 22nd. I actually finished the story mode. Besides that, let's talk about the engine that they're using for Tekken 7. It is Unreal Engine 4. This engine is used for a lot of games, actually. And I kinda like this engine. I think it works well with Tekken 7 and the graphics and gameplay. It looks steadily amazing. We have to talk about the story, also the Mishima Saga, which is it finished, and I think it's not over because Tekken 8 is confirmed. I guess we're gonna have the final fight between Jin versus Kazuya. Sorry about that. And yeah. A lot of stuff is going to be in Tekken 7. I was kind of disappointed that Noctis was supposed to be in the game. No, I'm not disappointed about that. I'm disappointed that they changed. He comes out on June 12th, and a lot of content like DLC close with characters including. Wow. Alright, let's talk about the story. Guys, let's talk about the story. Let's talk about the final battle between Heihachi versus Kazuya. This battle was kinda sad, which it really is for Tekken 7. Like, they weren't joking about making this really dark. They actually did make the story more dark tone, it actually fits perfectly. In the game, the story is so amazing. I mean, Jin was a supported character, and Jin had a coma like for a week, I guess, and then by the end of Tekken 7 ending, he wakes up, succumb to his coma, which is freaking crazy. Let's talk about story mode. I actually played it on easy because, if you're watching those guys that played it, they said put it on easy because it is so hard on normal. I'm not a wuss or anything, I just play on easy because, no, not wuss, it's very tough. Also, Kazuya does his cheap laser move, mad times. And they teach you all the buttons and everything. I like that because it wasn't never featured in a Tekken game. They tell you the button patterns and everything. I never mentioned that, yeah, like, this is Heihachi's last role in Tekken, which is crazy because in the trailer, I highly doubt they were hinting at it that this is Heihachi's last role in Tekken. This is his last one in Tekken 7. Which I kind of like, whoa, so that's like his last role. And then when I saw the ending, I was in shock. I'm like, holy shit. So Kazuya kind of, punched his father. He kind of hated Heihachi since he was a child. This is resulting in giving in to the devil's power. He actually uses it a lot now, he becomes more villainously. He was a hero in the original, but then later he becomes an asshole, like hating his son Jin, because Jin took over his devil powers, which I'm like, holy shit, he took some of his powers. And then Tekken 4 ending, his ending's like canon. His ending is so canon, guys, holy crap. His ending's canon, so canon ending. And then the bullshit laser move that he does on Heihachi and everything in Tekken 7. The final battle was kind of cool. But then it doesn't become cheap, it becomes tough. So you have to block or you miss. If you miss the R1 button, R1 is a wage art. There's also a lot of moves you can pull off with the wage art. I haven't done any combos. When I was playing as Heihachi, I kind of like my health was down. Your health could be low in this fight. It's basically how one of your health bar, if you see the you can tell the arcade version is kind of different, like the health bar is kind of blue. It looks mixed with green and blue, it looks great. It's also very interesting how the final battle was kick-ass. I kind of enjoy it, and I finished the game like at 2 o'clock in the morning, which was on my birthday, guys, don't joke. My birthday is on the 22nd, remember that. For the game itself, Heihachi kinda use Super Saiyan mode. Ultra Super Saiyan actually. Very crazy. Not Super Saiyan, but he freaking has lightning powers. The Mishimas are known for having lightning powers. Like, not lightning, but more like lightning through their hands. And Jin has that as well. Looks kick-ass. Either way, the final battle was amazing. the way how Heihachi is trying to beat Kazuya. And we know, they tell you in the story that Heihachi was a good guy. I thought he was a bad guy, but we were thankfully wrong. Since Harada was not keeping this a secret, he will reveal the final Heihachi's true intentions. He wants to kill Kazuya to stop his son from doing all these bad things. In my opinion, Heihachi threw his own father off the cliff. I'm like, holy shit, he did. And I also never mentioned how Tekken 5, him and Kazuya worked together to defeat all the Jack robots. But then, Kazuya did the craziest thing. He betrayed his own father and threw him off. He's like, what? And then Kazuya fucking flees. We don't see him until, well, his ending, and then he took Jinpachi. This ending's canon, guys, don't ask me. And then, well, Kazuya's trying to not destroy you, but he's trying to destroy his own father in this final battle. You can see his devil form is not that strong, but it is. For Jin's, Claudio said to Heihachi, Jin's devil gene is much stronger than Kazuya's. Because if you see the Blood Adventures where that Jin kinda beat the crap out of Kazuya's devil gene, and then Kazuya lost. And then either way, Heihachi is still trying to fight Kazuya, and then Kazuya told him to be quiet, you perfect fool. And then either way, he's trying so hard to defeat his son, but Heihachi's in this weak state right now. He's still fighting. He is still fighting Kazuya. Playing this ending was great, but he's still fighting Kazuya. You can see that his health bar is a little low. His health bar is so low, I thought it was just a joke. No, that is his health bar. His health bar is super low because Kazuya beat him up so many times that resulting of that, I knew this is Heihachi's last blow, and I kind of knew that he was going to die. I'm like, oh shit. So he's going to die. Oh, by the way, block when he uses that cheap wage art that kind of kills you off. It's very annoying. Also, I had to retry this fight like mad times and I was playing it. I retried it so many times. Well, 2 times actually. I tried to do the Kasumi fight. I didn't put that in the video because, well, I don't want to make this video long. It's gonna be long anyway. And then Heihachi does this move, and he tells him, die, Kazuya. He's like, this is your commando. Here it is. So it's the final battle between father and son, which is crazy how they tell you how the Mishimas had the devil gene and everything. Kasumi had it, and Kasumi, well, this is Heihachi's wife. I know that he didn't want to kill her, he didn't want to, but he had to because she had the devil gene. And he said, no longer my dear Kasumi, meaning his wife. I mean, Kazuya kind of saw this as a kind of a wrong way, but he kind of saw Heihachi killing, he kind of knows that Heihachi killed his mother. And this would make Kazuya really mad because he loves his mother dearly. Especially when he got he impregnated Jun in Tekken 2 at the end, which tells you yes, he impregnated Jun, and that's how Jin was born as a result, having the devil gene. You kind of fight this back off. Since I have feelings that Jun Kazama might show up in Tekken 8 or Tekken 7 DLC, because they said they were going to put legacy characters in the game, which I hope they do. They better not joke around with us, since the creator was like, maybe, yeah. And then, when I saw this scene, Heihachi did a headbutt at Kazuya, and then Kazuya saw something like, this is gonna be like years ago since I was a kid. And then he sees this image of Heihachi when he was young, resulting of him reminiscing all those flashbacks. Also, they're showing all the flashbacks from the Tekken games, which is really cool, which I never played some of them. I only played Tekken 6, 5, 7, Tekken Tag Tournament 2. And then all this stuff, Kazuya decides to punch his own father in the chest with his devil gene, and it kind of went boom, biggest punch. It's like whoa, biggest blow. And that's how Heihachi died. His heart kind of stopped. You hear the heartbeat, it stops, and then Heihachi kind of like wanted to stop Kazuya. Either way, he had to kill his own son, but he couldn't. And now it's up to Jin. I never mentioned that the ending is kind of cool because Jin is going to say it's up to me to kill Kazuya, meaning it's up to him to kill his own father. Either way, please don't say that shit that we have to wait for, like, I think we're gonna have to wait for Tekken 8 for a couple years. It might be on a PS5, because it will be on a PS5. I have a prediction that it might come out on a PS5. And then the ending, Kazuya threw Heihachi off the cliff, and then he dies, and people thought, hey, look at this, I'm dead. So Heihachi kind of dies, and then Kazuya threw him off the lava, and that's how he died. Well, no, he's been dead. He been dead since Kazuya punched him so hard. That's the end of the story for Tekken 7. And let's talk about, well, Rage Arts. Jin's new Rage Art looks sick as hell. It really looks awesome. It looks really cool, guys. Seriously. Let's talk about the customization. Customization, it is kind of lacking this time around. I'm gonna say that because that's my true feelings about the customizations. I have doubts that they're gonna put some more customization clothing for Noctis, and yes, they actually said that they're gonna be more customization. Cool. For females and for other characters. Which, okay, since we have the Tekken Bowling, which is kind of really cool. I like Tekken Bowling, I think it's fun. I never got bored of playing of it because it's a great thing. The bowling's great, everything. You also can see some of the characters don't move, especially for Jin. You don't smirk, you just go and then goes, and then you look at the score. Sometimes you miss a ball or you overcharge it. They have this funny thing where they go overcharge and then you mess up. My favorite lines in Tekken is chicken. So funny. But also the customization for the game. Like some of the parts are cool, everything. I like how you can take a picture and then you can show it. You also can get some panels. I also never mentioned that the gallery has a lot of Tekken history, meaning you can watch all the endings. I can't believe it's like that Tekken Tag Tournament, which you had to buy those endings, which I didn't like, because I don't like buying those things. I think it's better just to put it. So yeah, a lot of stuff is in this game. Also, let's talk about the ending of Tekken 7. I find this ending kind of interesting. Like, you see Lars, Lee, Alyssa, and they showed up at the end, which I kind of like. So in this ending, they're telling us that they're gonna help Jin get to Kazuya and kill him, which is kind of good because finally Kazuya can finally be the antagonist. Finally. My gosh, it took forever to become an antagonist. Crazy. And let's talk about the ending itself. So Jin shows up. You see a shadowy figure. Jin shows up. And he say, it's up to me to kill Kazuya. So I like this ending. Also, you see this interesting part that Jin can finally control his devil gene. Very interesting ending. Also, let's talk about the character episodes. How it was implemented in the development of the story of the characters. Some of them felt rushed. I don't know why they did this move because it felt lazy. And let's talk about one of the episodes I like, Jin and Hallowans. They're good, with Devil Jin included. And also, Miguel's ending is really good. Some of them felt really kind of boring. Like, I like the Miguel's ending. I like Devil Jin Holland so good. But I'm still kind of disappointed. I like Lily and Asuka because some of them are kind of cool, and Link Show you were kind of connected. So that's it for Tekken 7.